Microsoft now offers data agents, Microsoft 365 Copilot, and Copilot Studio agents. But one question I get quite often is when should I actually use each one? So one of the biggest misconception is that these three AI tools are interchangeable, but they don't. Each one is designed for different stages of business workflow. So rather than explaining them separately, let's take a simple business scenario and see how they work together. So imagine you are in a meeting and the first question you need to answer is that why did our sales decline this month? So before making any business decision, the first step is understanding what your data is telling you. So now we have identified that our business problem is that why the sales is decline. So the next step is to understand why it is happening. So I have already created a semantic model and connected it to a data agent inside the fabric. And since the data agent is grounded in this semantic model, I can ask questions in natural language. Instead of manually exploring reports or writing complex query, I just ask a simple questions. Just give me a 1 minute executive summary of the latest self performance. So notice here that I am not asking it to create a presentation or a draft document. I am asking it to explain what my business data is telling me. And within a few seconds, I have an executive summary that highlights the key business insights. So this give me a clear understanding of what's happening before I start making decisions. So now I understand the business problem, but understanding the problem is only the first step. I still need to communicate these insights to my leadership team, and that's where Microsoft 365 Copilot become the right tool. So instead of creating the presentation manually, I will simply ask Copilot to generate an executive presentation based on these findings. So notice the difference here. Data agent help me understand the business and Copilot is helping me communicate those insights in a professional way. And it didn't discover any new insight. It is transforming the insights I already have into business ready content. So the same idea applies to Copilot Outlook Copilot also. Instead of writing an email from scratch, Copilot prepare a professional draft that I can review before sending it. So far, we have completed two important steps here. And first, we used the data agent to understand what our business data was telling us. And then we used to Microsoft 365 Copilot to prepare the presentation and communicate those insights with the leadership team. But the process doesn't end after the leadership meeting. The real value comes from taking action on those insights. So that's where a Copilot Studio agents become the right tool. So here in Copilot Studio, I have already created a sales recovery agent, and instead of analyzing business data, this agent focus on helping managers execute our sales recovery process. And I have configured this agent. So I have also provided it with our organization's recovery guidelines as a knowledge source, so it can recommend action based on our standard business workflow. So, based on our sales recovery process, I just ask it to create a weekly action plan for the regional sales managers and see the difference in couple of minutes. The data agent explain what happened. Microsoft 365 Copilot helped me communicate those findings, and Studio Agent is helping the business take the action. So just remember three words: understand, communicate, and act. When you need to understand your business data, use a data agent. When you need to communicate those insights to your team, use 365 Copilot. And when it's time to turn those insights into business action, use a Copilot Studio agent. So the next time you're wondering which Microsoft AI tool to use,